Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, February 6th. I have 6 college basketball games tonight, so I want to run these down in order. First of all is South Carolina is at home versus Mississippi. Carolina is a 3-point favorite at home, which is basically a pick 'em for a neutral site. Both teams having great seasons, but South Carolina just keeps winning. Both teams are obviously winning, but Carolina just knocked off Tennessee, just knocked off Kentucky. I kept thinking they were overrated, and they just keep winning. 19-3 on the season. Of course, Ole Miss is also 18-4. So again, two good teams here. So I understand why the line is 3, but South Carolina at home, just giving the 3, I'm okay with. Their defense has been awesome, which is how they've been stopping these guys. Hot, winning 5 straight, and again, including Kentucky and Tennessee. All 5 of those teams, they held to 64 points or fewer. Ole Miss is scoring 77 points a game, so but it doesn't really concern me in this situation because, like I said, it's they were held Tennessee down, held Kentucky down, so there's no reason to think that they're not going to keep Ole Miss to that 64 or fewer. Ole Miss, again, nice season, but they do have the 143rd defense, so they are giving up some points here. I think South Carolina easily covers the 3. Game 2, Clemson at North Carolina. Looking at the under here, I think I'm going to go with the under. The total's at 154.5, 154.5. Basically a 78-76 game. 2 top 20 offenses. 2 pretty good defenses. Carolina is 7, Clemson's 83. Carolina fast paced, Clemson slow paced, but lately Clemson has been playing kind of under this number, not necessarily playing their best ball right now. So they've been under this number, the 154.5, in 5 straight games. Carolina has been under this in 4 of 5, and I think 7 or 8 of the last 10. They've already played a game this season, which is actually a 65-55 game, so it'd be 120, which is well under. It's probably not going to be that, but just the trends are actually telling me it's going to be under this 154.5, so I'm going with the under in this game tonight. I think Carolina at home will play great defense against Carolina and take care of business. So game 3 is Niagara. They're actually 4.5-point favorites at home versus Canisius. Give you some stats here. Canisius 260 in offense, Niagara 173. Canisius 258 in defense, Niagara 321. Pace is kind of both in the mid. So you look at the stats, you're like, basically, if you look at the KenPom numbers, they seem like they're very similar. But Canisius 8-13 on the season. They have lost 6 straight. This is the part that actually has me going against them here. They're not, again, 8-13 is not very good anyway, but the fact that they've actually lost 6 straight, so they're not playing their best ball. Went back, looked. The last 12 games they've actually played, Siena is the only team that actually scored fewer than 70 points against them. Again, Siena has, if not the worst, one of the worst offenses in all of college basketball. So everybody else scored 70 or above. So I'm assuming Niagara is actually going to get there. So just look the way they've actually played. I'm going to take Niagara at home, just giving the 4.5 points. Game 4 is Central Michigan. They're actually at Akron. Akron, obviously, a very good team. They're playing at home. They have not lost a home game this year, but they are giving 14.5 points to Central Michigan. So I'm going to take Central Michigan here because I like that 14.5. Again, Akron 17-5, 108 offense, 76 in defense. So they're a really, really good team. Did go back and look, and it's been like 8 or 9 games since they've beat someone by 15 points. So a lot of single-digit games, a couple losses thrown in there, but it's been a while since they've actually, really blown somebody out. Central Michigan 13-9 doesn't wow me, but I said this in some previous posts where I've actually taken them. They just keep winning. 13-9 doesn't look good. They've won 5 straight now. They've won 8 of 9. In their 8 wins, no one has scored more than 65 points in those games. They have the 170th best defense. Their offense is not great, but they have the 170th best defense. So they're, for, again, a smaller school, they're right there in the middle overall. But yeah, the 65 points was a pretty huge number for me. Doesn't mean Akron's not going to actually get it, but even if they do, like I said, 14.5 points is a lot to take. So I'm going to actually take them with Central Michigan because I don't think Akron will take care of business here. Game 5 is Kentucky. They're actually at Vanderbilt. Kentucky is a 10.5 points favorite on the road. I mentioned this a little bit ago, a couple episodes ago. I don't take a lot of double-digit road favorites. I'm taking Kentucky here. They've struggled a little bit. They don't have the best defense in the world. We score a ton of points, fast pace, and keep scoring. And against some of these really good teams, Tennessee and whatnot, they're giving up a bunch of points to these because their defense is not very good. Listen, I'm not picking them to win 6 games in an NCAA tournament, but I am going to pick them to win at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is just horrible. They're 6-15 on the year, lost 7 of 8, and only one of those last eight games have they actually hit 70 points. 234th best offense, so there's no reason to think that offense is going to score a ton on Kentucky. And then they have the 161st defense, and Kentucky obviously has a top 10 offense. So I think Kentucky blows them out. I don't care if it's on the road. I'm sure it's a 20-point game, and I'm just going to take it. So I don't mind giving the 10.5 in this situation. Final game, San Diego State at Air Force. I know I just said this, but San Diego State is a 9.5 point favorite on the road. I'm still going to take it. San Diego State's having their nice year. They're 17-5. They have the 16th best D, which is not surprising. They have the 46th best offense, which is surprising, and that's why they keep winning. So their defense is taking care of business. Their offense is scoring some points. Air Force is just putrid. They're 8-13 on the year, and you see that, and you think, man, maybe they're not that bad, but they have lost 11 of 12 games. 7 of those were double digits. Again, 192nd best offense, 263rd best defense. San Diego State just on a different level here. So I know between Kentucky and San Diego State, they're huge road favorites. I am going to take them anyway. I expect them both to actually cover in this. So 6 games total. If you guys don't mind hitting the like and subscribe button.